The Irish Question. The history of Ireland from 1691 to 1801 was marked by the dominance of the Protestant ascendancy. These were Anglo-Irish families of the Anglican Church of Ireland. Their English ancestors had settled in Ireland in the wake of its conquest by England and colonizations in the plantations of Ireland, and now own most of the land. Many were absentee landlords based in England, but others lived full-time in Ireland and increasingly identified as Irish. During this time, Ireland was a theoretically autonomous kingdom with its own parliament. In reality, it was a client state controlled by the King of Great Britain and supervised by his cabinet in London. The great majority of its population, Roman Catholics, were excluded from power and land ownership under the Penal Laws. The second largest group, the Presbyterians in Ulster, owned land and businesses but could not vote and had no political power. The Irish Question began in 1801 under the reign of Lord Salisbury. When the Act of the Union passed in 1801, this formally annexed Ireland in the United Kingdom and dissolved the Irish Parliament. In 1884, a future British Prime Minister, Benjamin Disraeli, defined the Irish Question as a dense population in extreme distress inhabit an island where there is an established church, which is not their church, and a territorial aristocracy, the richest of whom live in foreign capitals. Thus you have a starving population, an absentee aristocracy, an alien church, and in addition, the weakest executive in the world. That is the Irish Question. According to Kagan, the Irish Question was a phrase used mainly by members of the British ruling classes from the early 19th century until the 1920s. It was used to describe Irish nationalism and the calls for Irish independence. Irish nationalists had sought to achieve home rule for Ireland, by which they meant Irish control over